Anne, are you okay out there?
Yeah, I'm at the grocery store and I'm struggling to hold all this stuff because I'm afraid to use the shopping carts because they found. Hi, sorry, I'm just going to use this. Okay,
Okay, proceed.
sorry. I just was kind of confused by an
Yes.
employee who was just staring at me like I was trying to steal something, but
Yeah, because you're a suspicious looking character, aren't you?
I always look
But
suspicious.
yeah, I do. Puppet Combo is pretty
Oh
cool.
shit! I
I
forgot to
dig
get.
his whole aesthetic and what he does. Like personally, my favorite horror game is still the original Clock Tower game, which was
Yes,
technically
yes.
never released in America, but I played like a fan translated ROM, and it's really great. It takes a lot of heavy influence from Dario Argento. Like there are scenes that are heavily inspired by Suspiria and
Yeah.
Phenomena. Um, and like I remember the one scene where the scissor man like bursts out of the tub while a dead girl is hanging in there. That scene like it scared the shit out of me when I first played it.
Oh
That
yeah.
that scared you more than Silent Hill. The first Silent Hill, I had now I Silent Hill one is nothing, but when it first came out, I thought these guys are legitimately trying to scare me, and it's working. It's
Yeah,
like I had never seen a game go that far with horror
yeah.
until Silent. Yeah,
For me personally, of the Silent Hill games, Silent Hill 2 is my personal favorite.
Yeah.
I'm
Same.
gonna go with three because I guess because I was better at that one. But as far as story, Silent Hill 2 definitely wins.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I loved Resident Evil. Silent Hill does have a really interesting story, but damn, I just love Resident Evil's aesthetic, and the zombies really scared me when I was a kid. And
I
to make
I I looking forward to the new one with the 10 foot tall zombie or vampire lady.
that's so
really?
goofy.
Yeah, you haven't seen that.
Well, see, they had to do something. They couldn't rely on zombies with the V virus, V cell virus forever. They had to.
Well, I think the idea is like she's a Romanian aristocrat who did catch the T virus at some point, and it turned her into a giant vampire lady.
Well, the GameCube version of Resident Evil one has like a pyramid head type girl who's mutated, and she'll chase you if you stay in one place too long. I don't know. I didn't have a GameCube, but I mean, I know that
Uh,
they added that to the GameCube version of Part One.
I do know. I remember what was the name of that one like deformed character that had the fucked up face in the military uniform that would like chase you throughout the entire game.
Tyrant
Oh, it was,
or Nemesis?
yeah,
Nemesis,
Nemesis.
yeah. So she's sort of like the nemesis of Resident Evil, the village, but she's actually hot.
What, the 10-foot vampire?
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody on the internet has been like got the hots for this 10-foot Amazon vampire lady.
Really?
yeah.
It's hilarious.
Look
Okay, I'll
her up
bet there's
online.
already some fanfic erotica about her.
Oh yeah,
Probably, yeah. There's
it's
probably a
already
ton.
been like at least
What
a
are we
week,
up
so
to
there's
now?
tons.
Is it Resident Evil 7 or 8?
Just type in Resident Evil, the village.
Yeah. No, you know what my favorite one was? Resident Evil 4. I could play that one in my fucking sleep, man. I got so good at that game. I would just like play it and like almost speed run it, you know. It was just so fun to me. I don't know why I got really good at it and I became like a sharpshooter practically. It was great. I don't know why I ever stopped. It was
Is
Yeah.
that her? Is that her right there?
yeah.
Yep. I think her name is something like Lady Dimitrescu or something like that. And those others are her daughters.
Her daughters look scarier than she does. She doesn't even look like a vampire. That looks like Kim Cattrall.
It looks like it's like they're trying to make you more horny than scared.
Yeah. Okay, she looks a little creepier there. Actually, she looks like Anne right there.
Actually, yeah, Anne should cosplay as her.
Anne, what do you think? Could you pull that look off?
My hands are full. I can't see it. What is this?
The
It's a
vampire lady from Resident Evil.
Let's see. Well, I would need like some tube socks to jam in my shirt.
Yeah,
My,
she got that big titty.
yeah. My screen's really too small to really see her, but sure, why the heck not?
here, how about that? How about now?
Uh, isn't she blonde?
No, she's
No.
black haired.
It's exactly.
got
I must
black
be
hair.
looking at the wrong thing or something. Bloom and Dark, right?
No, that's my book. We're talking about Resident Evil.
Oh, I think the
Um,
stream is probably like delayed for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that has Regina's name on it. I know she didn't write Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, look on the StreamYard. You
I'm
got,
sure that would be a pretty cool for you, Regina, if you were able to write a Resident Evil novel.
Have you ever read the Resident Evil novels? They're so good. They are honestly one of the reasons and one of the influences on how I'm approaching the Puppet Combo novels, because the Resident Evil novels are like so fucking fun. I was just
Are they
thinking,
better than the movies?
yeah, much better. They're just like the video games. They're very faithful adaptations of the first like 3 video games plus like 1 or 2 book. You know how these things get spun off. But in the meantime, I felt like the first 3 games were very well represented in the books, and it was very fun. It was good. I remember reading them when my father didn't want to pay a babysitter, and he'd take me into work at the computer programming job that he worked at, and I would just hang out in his cubicle and plow through the Resident Evil books, and
What?
it was great.
Okay. Hang on. Sorry. The dude from the grocery
I
store
heard-
just followed me outside to tell me my credit card didn't work. It's not a
Oh.
credit card for starters, but I don't know what happened. I'm going back inside.
Weird. But
Well,
yeah,
the card is like 500 years old, and it always like. Sure. So
ask him to do it manually and see. Type all the stuff in manually if it doesn't.
okay.
Everything okay?
but yeah,
And
they've,
is everything okay? Hey, Ann, how much was it?
I assume that
Tell me in the private chat how much it was.
It was $50. It's just my Citibank card. It's one of those chip cards, and it's always like malfunctioning, and I wasn't really paying it. Oh, come on. No cash back. Yes.
We are unable to.
yeah, but like apparently like they've released a demo of it. It's called like Maiden or something. The demo ends with like what the character you play as like getting stabbed to death by the vampire lady
I see.
because her hands turn into giant claws.
Swipe or insert card and follow instructions on pin pad.
Is it working this time, Ann?
No, it's just the machine just keeps beeping, and then it'll sort of process, but it won't actually process. It'll say not authorized. Oh, maybe my bank thinks I spent too much money this weekend. What did I buy? I didn't buy anything, so
Hang on.
We are unable to complete.
well, let's see how much cash I
Touch,
have right
go
now. What a
back
pain in
to
my
retry
ass.
or select the other phone.
Look in your private chat. Okay?
I can only do so many things at once right now.
I know, but it's helpful.
Okay.
We are unable to complete your order.
Okay.
Touch, go back to retry or if you have coupons, press coupon.
I'm just seeing how much
Otherwise,
cash I
select
have
your
right
method
now.
of payment.
Okay, private chat. Well, for some reason my screen is so frozen I can't go to private chat.
Damn.
Ah, I got a pain in my ass. What a wasted trip. Okay, how much cash do I have? $25, $35, $40. 5. Okay, well, I have about enough cash, so I'm just going to be standing here feeding like rumpled bills into this machine. I don't know what
Are
this.
you doing a self checkout?
Insert
Yeah, I'm
coins
doing a self
before
checkout, and my chip card doesn't work.
Doesn't
this is
it
gonna
ask you after 3 times to slide it? That's what it does here.
Yeah, but then the what do you call it? Then it still doesn't work. So I hope nobody broke into my bank account. That would suck. But it didn't say insufficient funds. It just said not authorized.
You might have to contact the bank to see if because the card itself might be malfunctioning. I had that happen with mine not too long ago.
These chip cards just fucking suck.
Yeah, I know.
I've only had this card for like 3 months. Because when I got attacked by that homeless guy, my bank card disappeared. I don't know if he grabbed it or what happened. So I've only had this like 3 months, and it's already just constantly malfunctioning.
That actually happened with mine. Like I got a new one. I used it a few times, and then one day I'm out trying to use it, and they're like, "This card isn't working," and it's like, okay, maybe it's just them, but. I ask, you go to use it as another place. It's like, no, this card isn't working. I had to call in to have them send me a whole new one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the branch in India or something, so that I can get a temporary card.
Are you being like tongue?
I mean, unless someone hacked into my bank account and I don't have any money, but then it would say insufficient funds, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so unless it's probably just the card itself.
Yeah,
I feel for you. I mean, how does it work, Ben? What I'm talking about in the private chat. Why? Are you sure it takes a day?
Unless you do like the instant transfer, but they take like a fee if you do that.
Well, I had enough cash to buy my groceries. It's just it's all crumpled because I didn't expect to have to shove it into a machine, so it's taking me 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's the one bad thing about those self checkouts. It's nice not to have to deal with a person, but they really suck if you're trying to pay in cash.
Well, I didn't even get that lucky today.
Well, right. I tried to help, but next time you go, maybe you'll have better luck.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I couldn't even get into the chat because my screen's frozen because probably the grocery store is lead lined.
So you still have no idea what I'm talking about then, right?
No, I can't get into the chat.
Okay. Well. All right. I'll just let it happen then.
My last dollar in. Thank you. Have a good night. Wow, that was uncomfortable. I'm finally leaving.
Did you get anything?
Yeah, I had enough cash to buy at least the drink that I had already started drinking.
That's good.
But that was fucking miserable. Because remember when you guys asked whether I was okay before, I was like, yeah, it's just there's this asshole old dude who works at the grocery store who's already staring at me like I'm trying to steal something.
And then they came out and said your card didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who came out and said your card didn't work. And you heard his tone of voice. Just an absolute dickhead.
Yeah.
And then he stood there watching me while I'm feeding my cash in. And I'm like, would I have been talking about stealing if I were trying to deliberately steal from you? Clearly my fucking bank card doesn't work. God, I hate Californians. Especially, and I have no intention of being racist towards myself. I never do. But old white men in California are the worst, subdivision of people I've ever met. They're just, they can't die fast enough. And I don't mean that about old white men in general. I mean old white men in California. They're just the worst people on the fucking planet.
LA just does something to people.
Yeah, and also I think, if you have any money in California, and back when these guys were young and at least more good looking than they are now, they probably were used to having their pick of fucking starlets or he starlets or whoever they could whatever like naive little doe was new to the state and looking to get into the movie business, and now they're just old enough that even their money can't get them laid, and they're just fucking bitter about everything, and they're just intolerable. Like, I swear to God, that guy probably got that job not because he needed it, but because it gave him a reason to stand around and bitch and glower at people. Like, I'm trying to feed these, this cash into this machine. Obviously, it's a miserable process. He's just staring at me. And with the mask on, people just look so much like it cuts out all the other bullshit in their face, and you can just see the evil in their eyes.
Well, what's the name of the establishment?
What's that?
What was the name of the store?
Ralph's.
Ralph's what?
Ralph's grocery store. It's a California chain.
Is it actually called Ralph's grocery store? I mean, is that the actual name of it?
Well, they just call it Ralph's. Like you would say Shopko or Walmart.
Okay, what street is it?
Sunrise and Ramon.
Okay.
You probably should have told him that staring at your ass isn't going to get the fucking money in the machine faster.
Yeah, it just made me go slower.
Maybe
Like,
that should
fuck
call.
you,
Hey,
you
what
old
if
fuck.
we call him up right now?
Yeah, we could do a prank call. That would be funny.
Should we?
Yeah, a prank call would be pretty funny.
No,
Yeah, absolutely. Call him up and be like, yeah, the world's greatest living writer just went into your store and was harassed by what?
Ask them if a Mike Hunt works there.
I'm trying to remember the name of the congresswoman who is kind of infamous for always screaming at people, "Don't you know who I am? And I'm a queen and deserve to be treated that way." Can't remember.
I assume that's half of the congresswomen.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I'm probably gonna duck out.
I assume
and go
most
to bed
congresswomen are
before
Karens.
the prank
Wait, what's
call.
that, Regina? What'd you say, Regina?
I said I'm probably gonna duck out and go to bed before the prank call. 'Cause
Why are you
You
worried
do
about
sound
it?
a little tired.
Are you worried
do
about it
sound a little
blowing?
tired.
Like, are you worried about it having negative consequences on you?
well,
Okay.
I guess I'm an adult with a capital A, and I must admit also that my significant other is an old white man from California, so I.
Oh, come on! No.
I don't want
well,
him to die.
I guess I owe you an apology.
No, it's okay. But I just.
No,
need
he's
to
one of the
say,
good
like,
ones.
Does he not
That's funny.
Does he not stare at people in public gloweringly?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, good.
Oh, come on! You're
Well, then it's not about him.
You're not going to leave on a bad note, are you? Come on. You're not
No,
really-
I don't think it's a
This
bad
isn't a
note.
bad
I just
note.
think I've been, I haven't, unfortunately, I really haven't had much to contribute to the conversations too much last night. I had one or two things to say, but boy, it was an interesting night with lots of subjects of discussion. And so I'm going to bow out prior to the crank call.
Actually, it wasn't a prank call. It was a complaint call, is what it was going to be.
Okay, well, I think I'm still gonna keep my nose out of it. Got to keep the old nose clean.
Okay, we don't have to. We don't have to do the call. We
become-
don't have to do it. We don't have to do it.
That's okay.
Well,
But
she
I'm-
probably
I'm-
still
I'm
needs to
sorry
leave
for-
anyway.
I'm very sorry for insulting your significant other. What are the chances?
No, it's okay. It's okay, dude.
Are you going to come back next week?
Yeah, sure, anytime. I am all the time. I just am very tired, and like I said, I really unfortunately haven't had too much to really add tonight.
I think it's been great, personally, but yeah.
Yeah, I
you
think
you
this
do
has been pretty
sound
good.
very tired.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am just I've been burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah.
And it's when you're just sitting here listening, it makes you kind of sleepy, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, earlier you were talking about how great your book was doing, and you sounded so like lethargic about it. I was like, it sounds like she's about to fall asleep. She should be excited.
Well, I'm excited, but it's like I'm very superstitious as well. So I guess it's like I don't want to get too excited about it and curse it and take it for granted. I'm like really excited about it, but I'm not like letting myself feel that vibration of excitement, because that's when you like knock the bike over that you're learning to ride, right? You like get so excited that you fall over. And I feel like that's kind of where I am, where I'm like trying to keep this tenuous energy of being like really humble, but also like excited. And I let my excitement show in like my marketing and in my Facebook posts about the book, and when I look at it obsessively just to see how it's doing all fucking day long, which I've got to stop doing. It's so unhealthy. But it's like so fun to see it rise. But it's like at the same time, because it's so like there's a Zen koan about an old man who, whenever something good or bad happens, his neighbors will comment on it and be like, wow, it was such a good or such a misfortunate thing. And the old man will say, maybe. And then something will happen because of that original thing that is then the opposite, where it's either good or bad, based on the first thing. And so it's kind of this lesson of, hey, this is really good, but it's, every rose has its thorn, kind of a thing,
Right. Yeah. Wow,
So,
Johnny Depp, it's so amazing that this young, beautiful actress is into you and wants to marry you. Amazing.
yeah. That poor man.
Oh man,
I feel so bad for him.
things got really awkward around the stage of white old men in California and let's call up this establishment. And I feel bad about it now. Like you're leaving us
No.
with spite or disappointment.
Oh, no. I am not disappointed at all, and I
Okay.
can stick around. I'm just a little tired, I think, and I'm a little... Because, when you're sitting around and mostly just listening rather than contributing, I think that kind of brings it down. I was mostly just kind of interested
You have been
in
contributing though.
Hanover Block. Uh,
Puppet Combo.
Yeah.
I did not know about that until you brought it up.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I think it's a really great collaboration, and I think it's really good fun. But so I am just gonna probably go to bed. So thank you guys as always. Love talking to you, and I will always be back, of course, next Sunday.
Okay. Well, thank you for all you've done for the show. Really.
Yeah, man.
Which
No
is
problem.
all right.
Look at it, Regina. I just dropped my phone.
Oh no.
Like I said, I hope it won't be
Well, I don't
awkward
think
next
it's
week.
perfect.
Ann didn't mean it literally.
No. Oh no. No. Please, it has nothing to do with Anne.
Okay.
I don't really care about what Anne said. It was like, I just felt the need, I guess, to throw that out there because my
Well, sure, yeah.
husband is from
Before I put my
California.
foot any further in my mouth.
All right. Well, yeah. Get some rest and like I said, thanks again for everything you do. So.
Oh no, man, no problem. Have a good night, everyone. Good night, Anne.
Right.
Good night, Ben. Good night, Jeremy.
Good night, Regina.
Good night.
And you scared somebody else off.
Me and my big fat fucking mouth, whether it's talking about like angry black women attacking me or old white men from California. I'm always like,
And then that other time, it was just, your choice of wardrobe or lack thereof that did it.
and then the time I didn't wear pants.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I
But-
thought you said words. You said wardrobe.
Yeah. But yeah, Electra's Revenge.